got a banging fucking headache, I know that.
This podcast may contain questionable language, will contain spoilers, and we're back for your fortnightly slice of fun.
Everybody, and welcome to episode 249 of MovieDrone. I'm struggling to contain my excitement to hear about Marc's half-inch growth, Steve.
No, I just realised you said 240, and it's 250 next time. It's quite a big episode number, that, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, we planned anything.
Well, no, I thought, don't we just do it in like years, like calendar years, rather than
probably
episodes?
250 is quite impressive, isn't it?
Didn't we used to put out like a load of toot?
Yeah,
like the extra ones and that.
Yeah, so, I think so.
Don't really
ignore it. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we keep stretching it out and missing them, episode 250 won't come around for a while anyway. You've got a long time to plan it, so don't worry about it. How you been?
I don't think I've got half-inch of growth. I'll be honest with you.
That's what they all say.
Hey, slow down a bit. I think they're bulbing. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I need.
You're in trouble, mate. Yeah. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, a little
see
bit.
It in your eyes.
Hard to remember what I've been up to, though.
Is it?
2 weeks. Hard to remember, isn't it, all that stuff?
I mean, I've got 2 things written down.
Okay.
I think that's all I've done outside of work.
I found some exciting stuff. Got some infrared goggles, and I feel like Buffalo Bill.
What have you been doing with everything? Out at night, have you?
No, new regulations, mate, for bat surveying. If you're doing a bat survey, you have to now record it in infrared. So I've got some recording infrared goggles.
I saw you got placards.
Yeah, got placards.
I mean, they're not that professional, are they? Is that just on a bit of cardboard? Is it?
Miles did them for me today.
Reptile survey in progress.
Yeah. That's only a template. That's a stencil.
Is it?
Yeah, stencil to spray onto tins.
Sorry, Miles, but I ain't heard that name in a while. Is he all right?
He's all right, yeah. He's hard at work with our CNC machine making me templates.
That's all right,
Stencils.
Stencils, and they're not supposed to be backwards so that when you put them on the thing, they go the right way.
It's not a mirror, mate. I'm not going to stand and look at them in the mirror.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, but you said, I thought you print them on something.
No, I just lay it over a tin, or as we like to call it in the trade, a piece of refugia, and then I just spray stuff, and then that comes.
That sort of stencil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're see-through.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get you now.
Yeah, it's not black.
Oh, I thought that was just black on a bit of shit cardboard.
No, that's all cut out of that.
Oh, I thought that, honestly.
Better now? More impressive?
Yeah, it is more impressive. Yeah. That's the sort of thing that you would take to a demonstration or something, like a really fucking crappy old handwritten thing like that. You know what I mean? Down with this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And all that. Yeah.
Good though,
Stop oil.
A little bit, you feel a bit bad now, but they're really good. Thanks to Miles doing them for me. I can do a Rubik's Cube now, mate, in under 2 minutes.
I mean, I'm not sure you can.
I'll go and get it.
You should have got it out here. You should
go and get it, and we'll mix it up, and I'll do it.
No.
Not great podcasting.
Wait,
you can even do my mix for me.
Yeah, I don't think you can do it.
Do you want to do it?
We'll do it at the end.
All right, and then I'll pause it. I'll go and get it. You can mix it. Do it wherever you like. Yeah. I'll solve it, and then you got to come back on and go.
Well, everyone stay at the end and see if Marc can do it in 2 minutes. Because if it's not 2 minutes, it's a fucking fail, isn't it?
Well, I've got to give a shout out to the Cube Sensei that is Elmo for teaching me. I think it annoys him a bit better than him now, but you know.
It didn't look like a proper Rubik's Cube, though.
Speed cube, mate, when you're a cuber.
Well, this is the thing then, isn't it? This is
when
the
you're
thing.
A cuber.
You're changing the dynamics of it.
Well, all the records are done with speed cubes, mate. So there we are. I had to get a new laptop. Mine died. Literally died.
Is that why we had all the problems with the guests and that? That was embarrassing, wasn't it?
No, that's the other laptop.
Oh, right.
That's my uni laptop's dead.
Right.
This laptop, I don't know what's going on with this one. It doesn't like
guests.
It don't like Zoom.
Don't like people.
But I mean, there's I can move that. I don't know how it's all going to work.
We ain't got that one on anyway.
No, but like I say, the old one. I think the technical word for it was fucked. Started like the screen started going black around the edges, and then that was creeping in, and then it started flicking a lot.
That'll do it with all the stuff you watch on it.
I did a newt survey. That was fun. And I did a newt survey. Went on a reptile survey course, mate.
Is that where you got the sign?
Yeah, got signs, doing some reptile surveying. Do you know, I said I went to Dorset, didn't I, the other weekend? Moaned about how long that is, didn't I?
Yeah.
Saturday, mate, I'm getting up. I'm driving to Wales, right? I'm going to have a meal and a night there. Then I'm doing the UK's longest zip line, getting in the car, driving back from Wales.
You pick them, didn't you?
Aye.
You pick them, mate.
It was a Christmas or a birthday voucher.
Yeah, you pick them.
It's going to be amazing for the 4.5 minutes I'm on it.
Yeah, it's not that long.
No, I mean, the ratio to fun to non-fun, quite high there, isn't it?
You do pick these things, mate.
Yeah, exciting.
Yeah.
But that's about it, mate. I can tell you all about that in 2 weeks.
Beautiful.
I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
If you come back.
How about you, mate? How's your 2 weeks been?
I have not been too well last couple of days.
Oh.
I had a migraine yesterday.
Ooh.
I had one of those,
The light sensitive ones where you literally can't open your... Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
you know, one of those. I'm light sensitive, so if like photosensitive, if I get a light shined in my eye, I get migraine, and I talk gobbledygook.
Okay.
Oh, you wouldn't know, obviously.
No.
But yeah, I was talking to Jill yesterday. I said, I think I've got a migraine. I can't speak properly. It didn't sound like that. It was like, so we had a good laugh at that.
Right.
And I went to work today, and I was come down with it again. I had a big meeting. And I had to go and sit in the shelf life room for 20 minutes.
Did they lay you down with a blanket?
No, they didn't. I was in there. I went in there because it's dark, because no one seems to do the shelf life properly, so I knew I wouldn't get disturbed. So I went in there and I was just quiet, and I could hear people.
I do feel for you, mate. They're horrible, them things.
Well, it was embarrassing walking out, you know what I mean? Because everyone was in the office and everyone just went, oh, you're in there? Yeah, in the dark. And I couldn't really see him anyway. But I got through it, mate. Thanks for asking.
No, that's good.
Thanks for asking.
You better now?
Not really. No, I got a bang in the dake. I turned up and I had no Rona fucking sign off and that. I'm in here. Migraine, everything. I can't see nothing and I'm talking gobbledygook. Yeah. So,
is that everything over the last 2 weeks?
It's 10 years, yeah. And I've been doing the puppy training.
Yeah. Stinky fingers again.
Yeah.
Greasy, stinky fingers.
Yeah. I had to borrow the other bloke's clicker. I forgot my clicker the other day. I gave it back to him. It was just covered in
smushed up Frankfurter.
But yeah, so I had I bent down while I was there the other day, and I split the arse out of my jeans.
Brilliant.
In front of everyone.
Brilliant.
So, I like things like that.
Yeah, I bet that was hilarious.
I can laugh those
I bet you
off.
didn't stress about it for the rest of the time at all.
Luckily, right,
was Jill there?
No.
Oh, right.
Luckily, I'm of an age where it was a little bit cold on Saturday, so I put my long johns on.
Oh.
So luckily enough, I had a second layer, so my arse weren't hanging out. But it was a good 18-inch gash.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was a good one. Right down, it pulled my jumper down.
That's what you get when you wear jeans from the 70s, mate, isn't it? That denim eventually gives in.
Yeah, I caught me flare on something. And,
how's the dog doing, though? Is he doing as he's told?
Yeah, to a point.
Yeah.
Until he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Same old. Story of everyone in my life. Yeah. But yeah, they go. And then I had dinner with someone I hadn't seen for about 30 years.
Oh, that was awkward, wasn't it?
I don't know why I went, but it was all right.
Nor do I. Is that your one new thing you're doing this year or something?
Yeah, it was just a bit weird, wasn't it? It seemed like a good idea at the time until I was sat at the table and I thought, I don't know why I'm here.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
There's a pigeon on my roof.
Is it a pigeon?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Is that, do you survey? Did you put your survey thing
I set up a nature cam the other day to try and see if I could see the hedgehog coming in, and I basically got 2 hours of that prick collecting sticks. I've got him looking into the camera, rustling around. I was like, like 28 videos. That prick up there, walking around with a stick.
He's showing you his stick. He's bringing that to you. You trained him to bring you that stick.
Trained pigeon.
Brilliant. Hopefully you'll run out of film just as something good
pokes
happens.
His head out.
Brilliant. That's about it. I mean, there you go. Got any thanks?
Yes, mate. I've got thanks to the lovely Melson Weens, to the lovely Little Nick, Right Stuff Reviews, Keith Noakes, Jamie Irwin, Soundtrack Your Life, Mike and Oscar, WTM, Cinema Recall, B. Harrison Smith, Louis Riehm, and VHS Abyss.
Thank you very much to everyone for the retweets on our last episode. However long ago that may seem, I've got special thanks this week to Jill, Cassie, Jamie Russell, Glyn, Shaun Panda Nicolson, Emma at Movies, LJ Human, Ian McIntyre, Mr. Positivity, Ben and Paul from FilmBusters, Ryan and Karim Helliwell, and Movie Duel Podcast. There, isn't Ryan and Karim Helliwell. It's Ryan and Karim Helliwell. Right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense to anyone else until you confused it.
They're not a double act.
Movie Duel, I am emailing back. I had to tweet them today to say, I have got your email, but my phone shit itself, chucked us off. I've managed to guess the password today, so I'm back on it.
Get a new phone. You've had that for ages.
I'm due one, mate. I can't be asked. That is
Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah. All right then, mate.
Yeah.
Promo?
Yes, mate.
Cinema Recall is available everywhere you find great podcasts.
The hell was that?
It's our voice promo guy.
Follow them on Facebook and Instagram under Cinema Recall Podcast and on Twitter at Cinema_Recall.
Vern, can we afford to have a voiceover guy?
We can't afford not to. He used to be a voice guy for movie trailers, but now he just follows me around and gives me movie trailer narration.
That's really sad.
What? Now we're giving him purpose in life. He now has a reason to go on.
Check out past episodes at cinemarecall.net. Promise it's fun!
So the good thing is, with us only going every 2 weeks, Cinema Recall putting loads out, mate.
Shitloads,
filling
mate.
all the gaps, haven't they? So you might as well switch over to them. Yeah. They got stuff every single week.
I was going to say, if you switch over to everyone else, we won't even have to bother with the 2 weeks thing.
But the Vern is banging out loads, playing our promo still.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the
must
new
be the
one.
only person still with it.
Was it the new one?
I don't know.
Maybe we'll put that one or the other one.
No, it's the
old one.
it's the.
Well, thanks, Vern, for that.
Yeah.
You carry on doing what you're doing. It is amazing. Talking of our friends across the pond as well, Mr. P and Eric took the piss out of us for having small cinema screens the other day on when I was catching up on their recently seen episode. Very nice, is it?
I don't know. I've got no comparison. Oh. I've only ever been to the cinema in the UK.
Oh, they've got one they've got a big screen in the middle, apparently, and then it's got a screen either side as well.
So they've got one, Emma, Dan Ashford.
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, so they got one, have they?
Yeah, they got one. Yeah, I went on the YouTube and watched them do their special thing where they only works on some parts of it, and then it goes out of focus, and then some bits. It's a bit like 3D where they just use it where they need to. Blatantly, they're just going to start overusing it.
No good then. But then they invited us on, which was very nice. I think you organised.
Well, now I know they've taken the piss out of us and go fuck themselves.
Well, we're just going to ruin their podcast like we did last time.
I shall we?
We've done it before.
That would be amazing.
We'll do it again. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but we did it by accident last time. We could actually do it on purpose this time.
Challenge us. Hold me coat. So thank you very much to the Vern, and please listen to Cinema Recall and everyone from across the pond. Go on then.
Welcome to the Marc reads some film lines in some similar voices, and Steve has to guess the film from the lines read to get points game. Hashtag what's that film?
I've got to go to work tomorrow about 2 o'clock in the morning because I've got to get home because Jill's going away. So I hope you know that.
Going anywhere nice?
Fall asleep a bit. No, she's going for away on the girls weekend thing.
Nice.
So maybe I'll get a bit of sleep.
Yes, all you're doing, isn't it?
2 dogs. Yeah, definitely. Without doubt. Right, okay, mate.
Yeah.
Who got what and what was it?
That was The Martian.
Right, yeah.
Jill got
0. Well, she said she did get it when we mentioned the film later on in the episode.
Didn't get it.
She put 2 and 2 together. No, of course she didn't.
Miles, mate, he got a 5.
Did he?
Yeah. Let Down Paul got a 5.
Right. Okay.
Ryan got a 5.
Fucking hell.
LJ got a 5.
Is it well known? Is it?
Emma got a 0. Kareem got a 2. Jamie Russell got a 0.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that well known? Is it?
I think so. I think it's a bigger film than you're giving it credit for.
Is it good? Is it? I watched it once and I thought probably it was all right, but
I struggle with the last 10 minutes now. Wow. With the CGI and bits in it, but the rest of it I think's amazing.
Oh yeah, you like all the botany and that, don't you? Yeah. You know, I call that. So, what you got for us this week?
5 points then, mate. What's that film? Imagine a woman's voice. Still not got the throat back yet. Tuna on white, no crust, right? Imagine that in a female American accent.
A female American, that was supposed
Tuna
to be.
Tuna on white, no crust, right?
I didn't know they knew they had a crust. They talk about crust.
No. No. 4 points.
Good guess, huh?
No. 4 points. What's that film? You break her heart, I'll break your neck. No. No, better.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
better
yeah.
than Chef.
Ooh.
3 points. What's the film? The buster kept me out of handcuffs. He didn't just run back to the fort. The buster brought me back.
Fort? No, I don't know.
He's one of your givens, mate. You ready? 2 points.
Okay.
What's that film? Oh, you a 10-second car.
Which one is it?
Hey, you do a movie podcast. Fucking hell.
I don't know what choice to have.
Let's go for the first one. Hey! Fucking hell, you done.
Well, I was thinking, there's loads of them. So, fuck off.
1 point for everyone else. What's the film? I live my life a quarter of a mile at a time. Nothing else matters. Not the mortgage, not the store, not my team and all their bullshit. For those 10 seconds or less, I'm free. I do that deep enough?
What was I going to say there? Is there sandwiches? Is that what they're talking about?
Yeah.
When they're doing it?
Well, Brian keeps going to get his sandwich, and that's how he meets Mia, if you remember. I mean, I've only ever seen the fucking thing twice, and I can remember.
Well.
And then they don't like the fact he keeps going there because the tune is shit.
Right.
Go down the road, mate.
Right.
There's something better.
I didn't even know that they used the word crusts.
Yeah.
Didn't think they had that.
Right.
But,
In that well-known American crustless bread.
Is it? Oh, I don't know. I learn something new every day.
Pizzas
don't
with
take it
crusts. Nah, don't do that over here, mate. Where do you think they live? It's just a different country, mate. It's not a different species.
But you saying they live on pizza? Is that what you're saying?
Deep fried pizza.
Okay, if you think you know what it is,
Yeah.
let us know what you think it is and how many you think you got.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Moving on again.
Yes, mate.
This is Plan B.
Yeah.
This week, is it?
Yeah. Yep. It's not going to go well.
Well, if we're only going to do it fortnightly, we can't expect people to make an effort,
Well-
can we? So people didn't give us any questions.
No.
So if they do want to,
Yeah.
where can they send them?
They can send them via Twitter, which is @movie_drone. And you can send it via email now because I'm logged back in at MovieDronePodcast@hotmail.com.
Wouldn't
You
it
could have sent them the last 2 weeks, but Steve would have just read them and left them.
Well, yeah, exactly. What would you
Man,
have,
the shit I had to delete when I got back on there.
What would you have done if you turned it on and there was like 50 emails from like really good podcasting stuff that would have made you a fortune and I just hadn't read it?
I mean, mate, I don't know. You've got a bit of OCD about you. I don't know how you can do it because you basically went in there, you check the chart one every day, and the rest of them are just left on blue. So they're red, not red. I can't do that little red button.
It's all spam. I can't be doing with it.
Just delete it then. It's gone.
Just leave it. I might as well leave the chart ones as well. I might not bother looking at them anymore. Okie dokie. So that's told everyone about the questions. Moving on again.
Yes, mate.
This is the next section. This is the section that we love to call
Question time.
Question time. Question time. Time for the question time. Question time. Question time. Time for the question time.
Just on that, did you misremember Maisie got 5? Was it for Step Brothers? I sent you.
Oh, Maisie got 5 Step Brothers. Well done, Maisie.
It was a bit slower. I think, actually, I might have to apologise. I think I had a message in my messages. I've been really bad recently.
Yeah, you and
I
me
think a
both.
text message was in my inbox for about a week, and I forgot to look. So I am sorry about that.
Special shout out to Maisie for that then.
Yeah, okay. So, question time. Don't know what's going on here.
Nope.
So we're going to randomly shout out some stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other person has to think on their feet and answer.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what we're
I
doing?
don't know, mate. I just said,
Did you not?
shall we freeball it? And you went, yep.
Have you written any down?
No.
Oh, you've got no questions
No, but
whatsoever.
literally, look, there. Question time. Oh.
I've got some ideas that I'm going to shout out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm going to not know anything of yours.
Yeah.
And clearly, you don't.
Okay.
So, all right.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do that then, yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Right. So I'll go first then.
Yeah.
Favourite German?
Was Brad Pitt German in Glorious Bastards?
I don't say Hitler. I don't mean real life German either.
Oh.
So I don't say stuff like that.
I I can't think of any German people in film.
Well, this is going really well then, isn't it?
Yeah, all right. Worst teeth in a film.
Worst. Oh, fucking hell.
Not fucking simple, is it, mate? Should have considered this.
It must be a good one. Fucking hell. Worst teeth?
Yeah. Austin Powers.
Oh, Austin Powers.
Yeah?
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah. Favourite German, you could have had Hans Lander.
Okay.
He's a good one, isn't it? And Herman Dietrich.
Who was the fella in Pan's Labyrinth? I'll go for him. The one was he Russian or German? The nasty bastard.
Yeah, he's German.
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her flick or something.
Yeah.
Call him that. Marco?
Yeah.
Favourite boat?
Oh, favourite boat. I'm going to say there's one I remember and it had like wood on it. Were they driving it? Was it the business they was driving it around? Yeah, the business one. Were they driving it around? It's got the wood on the back, the shiny bit, the deck on the back.
Right.
That one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Worst Cockney accent in film.
Oh, fucking hell. Who's you got the bloke out of Mary Poppins, and
Oh,
that's
right.
about
Dick Van Dyke.
who was the other really bad one that we had?
You hated the one out of Conjuring 2.
Oh yeah.
Cool,
yeah.
blimey, governor.
Yeah, I did.
There's a demon.
Yeah. That was bad. You got any others?
No, I didn't come with any.
Best overdose.
Oh, I'm going to say I really like the Train Spotting one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've got Mia Wallace,
Okay.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Was a good one,
Yeah.
especially when he stabs her
Yeah.
with the adrenaline. Almost Famous was a good one, wasn't it?
Almost Famous one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a good one, but I still think I'm going to stick with Renton.
Okay.
Should we call that it?
No, I've got a couple more.
You got another couple
Yeah,
more?
go on,
Okay,
fucking
I
fire
need
'em
to
off.
think of.
I'm doing well here.
I need to think of one then as well, don't I? You do another one, and I'll think of something.
Twins. Favourite twins.
Oh, twins in film. Twins in film. Can I think of any twins in film? Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
I knew you'd do that one. My favourite's Greg Kinnear and Matt Damon as conjoined twins and stuck on
Okay.
you. Well, it's quite good. And what's his name? The Prestige.
Right.
Haven't we? We've got Christian Bale.
Yeah.
And what about Legend?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to change it to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, any others?
How about films? So a film that could have done with a parrot in it. Right, so you got to think of a film and add a parrot to make it better.
It could have done with a parrot.
Told you this was a good idea.
Oh, it's amazing. A film that could have done with a parrot in it.
Yeah.
Kez. Love interest.
Well, oh, right. You went for not that he put his arm out for the kestrel,
No.
turn around and there's a fucking macaw in his hand.
that would have been a good one. What the fuck is that? Yeah. So, this is like the Oscars. Favourite performance by a dwarf. That's my last one.
Eurovision 2023.
Was there one in it?
Yeah.
Was there?
I think it was Serbia or something.
Was there?
Playing a flute.
Oh, right. Interesting.
I'm
Mine-
going to say probably elf.
Was it? Okay.
Are we allowed to call them dwarves?
Was it? Yeah, I think so. They're dwarves, aren't they? Little people. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what the
well, they're called dwarves in the film that I was...
politically correct.
All right, mine's in Time Bandit. We've
Okay.
got Randall, Fidget, Strutter, Og, Wally and Vermin from Time Bandits.
If we've offended any dwarves, I
No, I
apologise.
hope
I
not.
don't really know what the correct term is.
Well,
Small people probably sounds more derogatory than dwarf for me. So I don't know.
Okay. Top blokes.
Yeah.
In Time Bandits.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favourite characters in that.
Okay.
That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be done, hasn't it? I mean, I hope everyone's learned their lesson.
Well, that. I think
Yeah.
started off badly.
Yeah.
Gathered a bit of pace.
Yeah.
Ended quite badly. So,
Peaked in the middle.
oh dear. So please send us some questions if you don't want to go through that again, because we will do that again.
I will
we
do,
will
we will.
100% do that again. Mark might be a bit more organised.
No,
but-
I enjoyed the just
Did you?
rolling it off, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
So yeah, we will do that again, 100%. So mate, all right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
We saw a film.
We did, mate. We saw a film. It's currently 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 15, 1 hour, 51 minutes, billed as a drama sport. With a synopsis of following the history of shoe salesman Sonny Vaccaro and how he led Nike in his pursuit of the greatest athlete in the history of basketball, Michael Jordan. $90 million budget, grossing $89 million.
This is directed by Ben Affleck, starring Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Jason Bateman, Marlon Wayans, Chris Messing, Chris Tucker and Viola Davis.
This is 2023's Air.
Clip.
1984 has been a tough year. Our sales are down, our growth is down.
Sonny, I brought you in here to grow the basketball business.
People don't know what the hell a Nike is.
What's a Converse?
NBA All-Star shoe.
There's nothing cool about Nike.
You would have to have a pretty compelling pitch.
I can tell them the one thing the other companies can't compete with. Our basketball division is terrible.
I do not love it.
There we go.
Can I just get something straight quick? Because I know Elmo is already bouncing up and down on his chair at work. What? He is screaming at you, Affleck. Affleck.
What do I say?
Affleck.
Affleck.
He will be screwing now. He's probably, before he's heard this, rung through to my phone in my office and had a mini meltdown over it.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to hate this then. Because
it's not going to go well.
There's a lot of Ben Affleck in this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm probably not going to... It's lucky Matthew Mahoney is not in there. So, okay, mate.
Yeah.
What did you think of 2023's Air?
I thought it was a bit weird, mate.
Weird.
But good weird. Good weird. A film, essentially, that is a lot about Michael Jordan, but with so little Michael Jordan in it, it was weird.
It's not a biopic of Michael
No, it's
Jordan,
not, but it's basically about he is the main part of the story apart from the shoe. And he was so little in it. I mean, what a lovely little part that bloke had. Turn up, walk around, look a bit like Michael Jordan.
Do you think because... imagine if you're like doing a casting or something, your agent rings you up and says, got a part for you. They want you to play Michael Jordan. You're fuck, that is it. I've made it. And then
stand there, mate. We're going to film the back here.
Yeah, just as a silhouette.
Yeah.
But I think he would have known that he wasn't going to be on camera. Yeah. I mean, it's not about Michael Jordan. It's not about him.
Not direct. Well, it is directly, but indirectly, it's not. But it's one of them weird ones. He is the main part of the story because without him, there's no shoe. I like to.
Yeah, well, is he? His shoe is the main part of the story. It's almost become like a character on its own, isn't it? The Air Jordan. But
without him and the build up and why, but that's the bit I found weird. But I thought it was a good weird. I thought it was going to go down a different avenue, and we literally watched a film about a shoe, and I thought it was great. I thought it was a proper story told without. They didn't sensationalise every part of it. And I thought there was some really good natural comedy in it.
I think you hit the word on the head then. It's a proper film.
Yeah.
It is. And if you look at it, ain't really that interesting.
No. One of the least interesting things I can imagine. This is a film that needed a parrot in it on paper. Right. But they didn't put a parrot in it, and I don't think they needed to.
Fuck it, I wish they would. I wish someone would make a fan thing now, like that fucking RoboCop one we watched the other day, shooting all the dicks off. And that was weird, wasn't it?
It was a parrot.
But yeah, just put a parrot in it, just fucking in every scene, just in the background.
Mark, we're going to sit down and watch a film about a shoe. I don't think I am. We are.
Okay. I know you're saying it's about a shoe. Obviously, there is a big story about the birth of Nike as we know it now.
Yeah.
There's a few bits that I thought were a little bit weird, like the fact that it seemed to be on its arse, but they said that they were selling millions of running shoes and stuff like that. It seemed weird they didn't have much more budget, but I don't really know the main story. I presume that it's relatively true. Is it? Did they made it up? Have they?
Well, no. I've got something. There is actual real history with it.
I know Beaverton. I think Beaverton existed. I think that's where the HQ was.
I think they made it with the best intentions, but there was some story changes. But I do think they were for dramatic purposes rather than trying to change the whole story. Right. I think they tweaked it.
Right.
There's a few bits in there.
This is a fairly safe film for Ben Affleck, isn't it?
I think it's a good film.
I'm
going
to accentuate that all the time now. But don't you think though? Because what did he do? Argo.
Yeah.
Argo was quite a heavy one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where he done that. It seemed like he was having a bit of fun with it.
Well, I thought the cast was brilliant. I thought everyone was solid. I thought it was cast real well.
I struggle a little bit sometimes with Jason Bateman.
So do I normally.
In serious things.
Yeah.
I find his delivery to be on a comedic edge. And if there's anyone that I didn't quite like in it, it was him. I thought he was all right, but...
I mean, funny you should talk about his character, mate. He's one of the ones I had a little bit of fun with.
Yeah, sure. It sounds... That's probably right then.
Apparently, when Nike went on public sale...
Is it Nike or Nike? What have we made? Do we know?
I'm never ever in my life going to call it Nike.
Is it Nike though? Is that what? Because it's an American company, so we can't lambast any American people for calling it wrong this time, can we? So.
I can't actually recall them using the word in. They must have used it in the film.
Yeah, fucking loads.
But I can't remember if they called it Nike or
they
Nike.
used it in the clip, you prick.
Yeah, I can't remember. Hang on, let's go back. Hang on.
1984 has been a tough year. Our sales are down, our growth is down.
Sonny, I brought you in here to grow the basketball business.
People don't know what the hell a Nike is.
A Nike, they call it. I'm never using that word. So, like you won't use Affleck, I'm not using Nike. But yeah, his story, when Nike went on public sale, he actually owned a shitload of shares. So he was a millionaire by that point.
Oh, was he?
He was a multi-millionaire already.
Oh, right.
When it come to that point.
What, the one that said that he was struggling to see his kid and that, and he was going to lose his job and that? Oh, yeah, see? That ruins it, didn't it?
Yeah, it was one of those, I mean, yeah, he was minted.
Right.
We also had a bit of flexibility within the contract as well. Apparently it was $500,000 a year, the contract. But they lowered it down to try and make Nike look more like the underdog.
Right.
That was the thing they did with the story. So flexibility, should we call it?
I did learn a few things in this. I didn't realise that Nike bought Converse.
No.
Didn't know that.
No.
Oh, it's interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To wear Converse and all that. But I mean, it was a film made by its cast, really. Yeah. If you put any other cast doing this, it sort of becomes a bargain bin job.
Yeah, it's not a brave film to make because it's not a controversial subject, but you're making a film about a shoe. So it does need...
So you keep saying, which I still don't think you're making a film about a shoe.
Well, you just told me we're not making a film about Michael Jordan. The film is about a shoe and Michael Jordan. If it's not about Michael Jordan, it's got to be about the shoe. You can't have it both ways.
Well, I mean, it's not about Michael Jordan. It's about the shoe, but it's about obviously Nike, as much as the shoe. I don't think it's...
But on paper, this is pretty much a film about the story of a shoe. A shoe grew up and went to college. But, yeah, I mean, it takes some... I assume it takes some good film knowledge and filmmaking to get this across as a credible, I think, potentially award-winning film.
Yeah. I mean, Jill probably wouldn't have watched it if we didn't have to do MovieDrone because she does not like Ben Affleck at all. And she was saying that she weren't going to watch
J-Lo fan, is she?
And it was actually Cassie who mentioned when she was over here having some sort of defuzzing job done that said she should watch it because Ben Affleck's not in it that much. He's in it more than I thought he was going to be after Cassie told Jill that. I'm glad he wasn't the main character because he did get a bit annoying, a little bit. But yeah, she actually did enjoy it, Jill, did you?
I think he's good in them roles. And I do see a point. I think as a main protagonist, Damon has got that. He is brilliant.
Has he put on a weight?
No, he put a fat suit on, mate.
It was a fat suit.
Fat suit, yeah.
I was wondering that when I was doing it. I thought, let yourself go a bit. He must be knocking on a bit.
Man of my own heart he was when he went to do the exercise and was like, nope.
Oh, well, how's your stomach? I can still see it coming out of the out there. Is it all right?
It's doing all right, mate. I've had the shits for a few days, so we're back down a little bit.
Blimey, and it's still like that.
Do you know what I think it is? Beetroot. Do you know I don't think my body likes beetroot?
Stop eating beetroot then, Marc.
I've got the same... Well, it took me a few days to try and work out the common denominator.
Right.
But it definitely don't like red onions, which I love, so I can't have them anymore. I think the beetroot is...
It's probably just as vinegary, isn't it? That's what it is. So stop eating that.
Okay. But yeah, we had to watch it because they're all the rage again, apparently, in schools, these things. Have they ever gone out of fashion? I'm sure they have done. I ain't seen kids walk around in these.
They are stupidly expensive. So, we never had a lot of cash, but I used to be quite good at basketball at school. I got the school colours for basketball, for captaining the team for 5 years. Even though I was quite a small lad, but I still played a point guard. So, and I remember my mum saving up a load of money, and she bought me. You know the ones that you saw, the red ones with white. That they showed you the picture of. She bought me a pair that were pretty much similar to that, and that was before they had the air.
Off the back of a lorry with one arm floating down for 20 quid.
No, that was before they had the Jordans. Okay. You know that sign they had on the back with like the basketball before they'd done the silhouette?
Fortune now, then, weren't they?
Yeah, and I had a pair of them, and I wore them for a while. But if you look at Jordans now, you can, or Air, or what I don't know if they're Jordans, but the Nike trainers. You can take them places to be authenticated and that, can't you? And they're talking $100,000 and that for some. $100,000 for trainers. In fact, you can buy virtual pairs online. You can have a virtual you and buy pairs for like $10,000 a time and that. I mean, that's stupid, isn't it?
I mean, if anyone listening's done that, you are a knob.
Well, it's all about, apparently, as time goes by, we're all going to have a digital presence, a digital avatar that we use to go into places.
No, we're not.
No, but that's what they're saying. No. So the people in the know, the people with money, have got ahead of themselves, and they've already done this, and they're kitting their digital avatar out, because there's people going, actually, I can sell you this pair of digital Nike trainers for $10,000. They're going, yeah, I love them. I'll fucking buy it.
Well, if anyone wants to buy an imaginary Lamborghini, I happen to have one for sale.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'd like to see you design a Lamborghini on a computer to sell someone. If you could do that, then I'm sure you'll get someone to buy it.
Google Maps, Google search, mate. Just screenshot it.
It's not just a picture, is it?
It might as well be, mightn't it? So. It is literally just a picture, let's be clear.
Well, it's like this art, isn't it? Like when you can buy it now, you don't buy physical art, do you? You buy
NFTs.
Art on a computer. That's stupid as well, isn't it?
Fucking knobs, mate, I'll tell you. But yeah, we had to spend 120 quid on a pair of these at Christmas. He's only like 10, 11, blue ones.
That's a big foot for a kid.
but yeah, they're all the razor all over TikTok again and stuff like that. You had to have them.
Never gone away, mate.
Right.
Never gone away. They just bring out new designs.
I just think they look stupid. I don't personally. I don't like a high top trainer. I think Converse high tops make people look like clowns. I don't like them.
That's because you're not sporty, Mark.
No, I'm not.
That's because you never dribbled a ball in your life.
No, no.
I dribbled on a ball. Right, let's get back to the film, shall we? So, Matt Damon. He done his thing though. This film done that thing where they didn't explain stuff properly, and it made me very, very uptight and angry.
Okay.
There was conversations he was having that he could have clearly said different words and moved it along, especially when he was meeting with Michael Jordan's mother.
Yeah.
And he was having conversations with her, and he just wasn't saying what he meant. He was talking in riddles, and I
think legally he had to, didn't he? Because then he hadn't actually approached her in that official thing. He just sort of skirted around the edges and just saying,
"No, I can't be doing that sort of writing. That does piss me off. Unfortunately, I was getting really wound up."
What do you think of the lawyer story?
I don't know. I mean, listen, there was lawyers. I've seen documentaries and lawyers were like that.
Yeah, it's not true. Apparently they all got on, and he actually sorted the deal out.
Did he?
Yeah, he actually negotiated it and sorted it out.
God, it's proper taking liberties, isn't it?
Sorry. Yeah.
Bit ruined.
I mean, they flexed it a bit. I like to think they had a bit of that chemistry.
I imagine the character was like that. I imagine he was pretty much larger than life. He had quite a few people. Probably made quite a bit of money if he was Michael Jordan's agent, if he managed to.
I think everyone made money around Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Interesting I didn't realise that he gets a percentage of every shoe. That's a lot of money.
I mean, there really is in a film about a shoe.
Is that that's for life though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For that brand, yeah. But this film contains actual history within it. I know not just the history of the shoe, but it's easy to look at this as Jordan getting rich, which he did, and Nike getting richer, which they did. But beneath it is the deal like his mother did that's changed the outcome of sporting stuff since then.
Yeah.
It's huge, really, when you think about it. All them sports people that make millions from using their Flexo light ping pong paddle and stuff like that. It all come from this.
Do you know that I just wondered whether I'm pretty sure he probably forced his image in with those like shots and stuff of him doing it. I'm sure he would have wanted that in there. It's weird that they glossed over his dad's story.
I think he had 2 caveats in it. He wanted Viola Davis to play his mum.
Right.
And
is she the only black woman that can play these roles? 'Cause I'm beginning to think that she's the only one.
No, I'm sure there's some...
I'm beginning to think that when she goes, this sort of character, this sort of black, older, strong woman character won't be in films anymore because they won't be able to find anyone to play it.
No, I think there's a few out there that can, mate.
Okay.
I think there are.
Okay.
Janelle Monáe.
Yeah, I mean...
Really, I can't remember the lady out of Hidden Figures.
Everyone just seems to go to...
Well, he actually requested her, so they weren't their choice, really. That was one of his caveats. And the other one, he wanted the character in who Chris Tucker played.
Right.
That was his...
I mean, Chris Tucker, there was...
I know I can't get past Friday or Fifth Element with him.
There's a couple of comebacks. Marlon Wayans in here. I thought he was right. I went to Stu, is that Marlon fucking Wayans?
Yeah.
She said yes. I was quite surprised. But Chris Tucker, there was the scene when Michael Jordan came to Nike.
Yeah.
And he started to talk all B-boy language.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bit weird.
Octavia Spencer.
Oh, you just Googling...
Taraji P. Henson.
All right. Well, maybe they will.
Yeah,
but it doesn't
I think
seem
there's
like
plenty.
It. Okay. But yeah, Chris Tucker. I thought he was all right.
I thought he was great. I particularly like Matthew Mayer, who played Peter Moore, who's the designer.
Yeah.
I thought his whole energy around the shoe, and he got more excited the more they would let him.
He was the one who put the silhouette on, wasn't he?
Yeah, apparently. Didn't stay with Nike. He actually moved to Adidas, and he's also designed Adidas's new logo they use now.
Oh, really?
Before he died, he went over there.
Oh, what, the old thing?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he designed that one as well.
That was in the film, though, wasn't it, before he went there? Was that not showing in the... I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I couldn't remember they said the word Nike.
I mean, they when they went round to Adidas, it was a little bit off, wasn't it?
A little bit. It was a little bit diggy.
Yeah. And it was a little bit, you know what I mean, poke fun at the accents and stuff. It all seemed a bit weird.
You could say ever so slightly racist.
You could. Yeah, you could.
If you wanted to go that way.
Yeah.
But one thing I didn't find out, though, when I wish I'd have done, was just the bit where the shoe, where they're like, oh, it's got to have this much red, this much white. And they was just like, fuck it, we'll pay the fines.
Yeah.
That's what I was supposed to look at to find out if that was true. Because if that was brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, there would have been more money than the contract, probably.
You know, now, though, they'd go, oh, you got to play by our rules, or we're double the fine every game now. We're changing the rules.
They pay like 40-odd games a season, don't they? So it would have been like 400 grand or something, which that was more than the contract.
Yeah.
So I didn't believe it.
Right.
I thought the sets were good. I thought they aged the film very well.
Yeah.
I like the smoking in the office.
Yeah.
Doesn't
it feel weird now, though?
It makes me want to smoke.
Does
quite
it?
a lot. Yeah, all the time. They were smoking on airplanes and everything, weren't they?
Yeah, but it summed up the era brilliantly, didn't it?
Yeah. I remember smoking on airplanes.
Do you? Yeah. I remember my dad walking around Woolies.
Oh.
Like, me getting some pick and mix and him standing there having a fag and putting it in one of them big Baker light ashtrays.
I remember I went to Yugoslavia and everyone was smoking on the plane. And I remember at airports doing it, yeah. Not that I'm that old, but I remember it. And I remember people used to smoke in their office and all that. Some bloke that I used to know used to come down and visit us work. He used to smoke in his office all the time. Dead now.
Lung cancer, yeah.
Pretty much. But big smoky office you couldn't get out of. But I'd like to investigate the Beaverton story and the location. It looked quite cool, didn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure that the offices would have been so drab and droll, but maybe they were. But that's what I'm saying.
They liked brown back then, didn't they?
Yeah, it did age it. I thought that was quite good. But yeah, I don't know. It's not really much of a story in it. Really.
I just like the fact, mate, they spent 90 million on this. Yeah, and they put it out. Yeah, it is a lot of money, but they put it out to like some screener things, and they was like, "Oh, people like this. Let's chuck it out on limited release."
It's a lot of money, that.
But it took 90 million before then they put it on the streaming site.
But you could have done this in pretty much a single location. You could have done this in an area. You could have had the Beaverton place. You could have filmed everything else within a mile radius of that.
Do you think they had to pay Nike?
90 million, mate.
Do you think they had to pay Nike, or Nike was like, this is a fucking good free advert?
Well, it's a good free advert, isn't it? Well, it depends what Mr. Jordan said. That's what I'm saying. He's got quite a pull. If he said that he was going to make it, then I don't think Nike would have particularly cared. They would have done whatever he said. Have you seen the documentary?
No.
The Jordan one. It's fucking brilliant.
Is it?
Yeah, really good. I mean, he's not like the really sort of like nice person that.
I'm sure he's not. He's a competitive sportsman.
But it's very, very good. Yeah. Very good. Better than this, but it's good.
I'd like to give a shout out to a man called Alex Convery.
All right.
He wrote the screenplay for this.
All right.
And I think someone like that gets forgotten easy between Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and all that.
Yeah.
And he actually wrote it. And I thought it was really well written. I thought the characters were really well written.
Yeah. It's all right. It was all right. It didn't set the world alight. As I said, it was a proper film about something that wasn't massively interesting. I imagine that within basketball circles or fans that it went down a lot better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fairly solid.
Do you know what I liked the most about it?
No.
Like what they did,
The shoe.
No, they did
say
this.
the word shoe
They
again.
did this old-fashioned thing, right, where they filmed a scene, and they didn't edit and cut it every 2 seconds. They just played the scene out, and we got to watch them, and they changed it.
There was a bit of walking through corridors and stuff. You're right.
Yeah, but it was actual. Like, it was. I was riveted with it. I was following them. I was going with them, and it weren't like, oh, edit. Every time someone spoke, they didn't feel the need to edit to them. You don't have to edit every time someone speaks.
Yeah.
They just zoomed out, let a conversation happen, and carried on. I thought it was really nicely done.
Okay. All right. Got any more?
No, mate. It's a nice family watch, and even the kids were into it. They sat down there and watched it.
That's because they
Loved
knew
it.
they'd be able to con a pair of £120 Nike Air Jordans out.
Oh, they're nearly fucked by the door, and he's going to outgrow them soon. Scuff the shit out of them.
Why don't you buy some Wookiee ones?
I'm gonna put them in a box out the loft for 20 years' time.
Get Lee to get some from Turkey.
Nike Fair Max.
Yeah. Oh dear. Have you got a score?
Nike Air Johnsons.
Yeah, go with his responsives.
I've got 86 on it, mate.
Have you?
Yeah, he was actually a really nice family night where we all sat down and watched a film. They weren't dickheads. They liked watching the film. We all managed to watch it quite nicely.
I mean, I've got 68 on it. I thought it was all right. As I said, it was a proper film. It was okay. It was okay. It's not going to set my world alight, but it was okay. Watched anything else?
I watched Now You See Me Too. Think they misnamed it, and there was no Isla Fisher in it, but it was still decent. Apparently, I'm doing a third one. I watched a god awful thing called R.I.P.D.
That's Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and the other fella,
Jeff Bridges.
I can't hear you, mate. You're acting too hard.
You can't understand him in that neither, can you?
He was just trying too hard, but we couldn't. It didn't go where I thought it was going to go. I thought it was going to be a bit like Ghost.
There's a second one of them, isn't there?
I'm never watching neither of them again.
I think they're supposed to be.
I got to the end and it was a bit Men in Black-ish. But and then we watched The Conjuring 2 with a little in the other night because apparently after 2 weeks off, she was ready again.
Right.
Oi, governor!
Yeah. Did it go devil?
She sat and watched it. I fell asleep.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. We watched Mr. P like this. We watched Fast and Furious 1 to 9.
Sorry?
We watched Fast
1, 2 and 9.
1
No,
to 9.
No, you can't have watched 1 to 9.
We've had it on every evening, and we've watched.
And you didn't get.
We watched like 3 at the weekend.
You didn't get anything about a tuna sandwich on what's that film?
No, because 1 was fucking ages ago. It was 9 films ago, Mark.
Okay.
It was like 67 hours ago of Fast and Furious. You think I'm going to remember that? Fucking hell. I mean, they're ludicrous coming up to the recent ones. Watch 65.
Is Ludacris in it? He's one of them, isn't he?
I forgot. There's so many people in it. I don't know.
It's mad, isn't it?
I watched 65. I didn't go much on that.
Oh, right, okay. It was watchable for me.
Champions. I watched Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I really want to see
It's
it.
fucking brilliant.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really want to see
He
it.
actually said what looks like he wants to be there.
Right.
He looks like he's having fun.
Yeah.
And it's very, very, it's not a piss take, you know what I mean? The actors that play the basketball team and that, they're really good, you know what I mean? And it's not stupidly over the top comedic.
No.
It's funny. It's quite heartfelt and that. I really enjoyed Champions.
Oh yeah, one I want to check out.
Yeah, and I saw Scream 6.
Okay.
Which is shit.
Okay.
For me, I think that's just gone. That's lost. Oh, do you know what it reminded me of? The Halloween that was really violent.
Right.
Because like Ghostface goes around and like stab people like 50 times and that.
Right.
Like really violent.
Just uprated the gore, forgot the story.
Yeah, very much so. So I didn't like that. All right.
Yep.
Cool. There we go. Moving on then.
Yes, mate.
This is the next section. This is the section that we have to call Homework. There we go. So this is the section where we give each other films that we love in the hope of uncovering hidden gems. Me to you this week.
Yep.
I gave you a 2009 film directed by John Hillcoat, starring Viggo Mortensen, Cody Schmidt-McPhee, Robert Duvall, Guy Pearce, Charlize Theron, Molly Parker and Garrett Dillahunt. Running time of 111 minutes, budget of $25 million, taking $27 million at box office, 7.2 on IMDb, 74% on Rotten Tomatoes, with a synopsis of: in a dangerous post-apocalyptic world, an ailing father defends his son as they slowly travel to the sea. I gave you 2009's The Road.
You did, mate.
Good.
Thing for everyone out there, if you ever need to watch a film, anyone that depresses you, and then just when you think you're most depressed that you could be, depresses you a little bit more, definitely check this one out.
It's what's coming, isn't it? It's what's coming, if you ask all the naysayers.
Now, I will say, I think it was Erin asked this question. I think we got to kill kids. That was her question, wasn't it? Basically, what kids do you want to kill?
She did. Yeah.
This one. He was fucking annoying little prick. He really was. For a kid that was brought up in this situation, what a weed. What an absolute tool. Mate, he should have been more sort of manned up to it than that.
Should he?
Well, he's in the situation. He knows what it is. He weren't like one day like walking around playing with them stupid games in GP surgeries, being a little kid, and then suddenly he's in the middle of an apocalypse. He was brought up in it.
Sorry, what was that?
No, them little games.
Is that what they do, kids, nowadays, is it?
Germ factories, I like to call them.
Is that what the kids do nowadays, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But he weren't like in a sanctuary and then let out. He was always in this world. He should have been better. Fucking irritating little
It's only what you're taught, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's only as good as what you're taught.
I like Cody Schmidt-McPhee in the adult versions of him. This one, they could have done with him off in at the beginning. Decent looking film, though, mate. I mean,
would that have changed the dynamic of the film, though? Really, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I could have dealt with it. I mean, it couldn't have got any more depressing, could it?
I mean, we can try. We can try reviewing it.
But
listening to you talking about it.
It looks decent, and I love the way that the Earth just burns. Apparently, I think the book alludes to the fact it's a meteor strike or something. But in this, the Earth just burned with no huge story attached to it. I just took it was past its sell-by date. There was no aliens, no zombies, just good old ecosystem failure. Do you think that people like Stop Oil and all that should like show these sorts of films, and do you reckon they should use this in part of their propaganda or whatever it is, education? I think Just Stop Oil should just fuck off and go back to the drawing board and come up with something that's going to work. What, like the other ones? The other ones have stopped. In Great Britain. Yeah. I mean, I don't hear from them no more, though. I'm all behind the cause, mate. I'm all behind it, but they're going about it all the wrong way. How to alienate people quickly about something people should be worried about. I mean, talking about this, obviously, I was saying that from a selfish point of view, obviously, I'll be long gone before stuff, but it's starting a bit early, isn't it? Yeah. So it's starting to affect me a little bit. Yeah. If I wanted to go to Italy recently, I'd have got flooded. Yeah. And obviously America's had some. If I went to America, we might have had a storm and all that. So it's starting to affect me a little bit, Mark. Yeah. Well, she's pissed off, old Mother Nature. She's coming for us, and we all need to do better. But trying to turn us all against the people who are trying to do better ain't the way to go about it. I'm sorry. in my opinion. Theme of hunger, though, mate, that was great in this film. I thought the look of amazement when they found that bunker, and even I felt for them. I was like, oh. Now, it would have been more realistic if it gave them the raging shits, because if you eat that much and then you're eating peaches and pineapples and stuff, that's going to turn you out.
Yeah, definitely had the shits.
So I was thinking, that's dangerous, mate. You shut yourself in there. One of you needs a bucket. That's going to be pretty rank. But I mean, I must have, or I thought I missed something, but apparently there's nothing really alluded to, is why they were trying to get to the coast. Didn't really sort of go, there's a boat down there we can take.
Got to go somewhere, ain't you?
Well, I don't know where they thought they was going, because the whole world's fucked.
Yeah, but...
So it's not like Waterworld, where there is a utopia, or Zombieland, where they've got the little area. It's all fucked.
Well, so if you didn't hear of anywhere that was good, would that not be a good place to go?
I would stay in the bunker with the food.
Well, with the shits, it'd be a bit much, wouldn't it?
I think I would have sorted something out for the shits, but I think I would have stayed there rather than took my chances dragging it all about. Robert Duvall was a pretty sickening looking man, but I thought it was a brilliant short performance. Only character with a name.
Do you reckon he's been called that before? Sickening
Possibly. But yeah, only one with a name, apparently.
Oh, right.
Eli. None of the rest of the characters had names.
Have you seen the Book of Eli?
Yeah.
Which is
spoiler alert, he's blind, in case no one's seen it.
Such a
I really enjoyed the cannibal part of it, especially when the guy who got shot got eaten. But by the time they got back, he was munched, mate. He was the old Stumpy on the back of the truck as well, who'd lost some of his leg. I thought that was good.
Was that his name?
Stumpy, yeah, he must have been. Well. As the missus would put it, mate, I thought there was some really well executed palpitation-y scenes.
Oh, right.
Where your sort of
that
hearts...
doesn't roll off the tongue, that.
No, but where your heart's sort of, and you're getting a little bit on edge with him when he's down the bunker with the human farm, and they're all coming, and you're thinking, shit, get out. I thought they were done really good. Desolate, wasn't it? Reminded me of Margate a little bit.
Margate's up and coming, mate.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
That's up and coming, that is. Right. Rejuvenation.
Right. I must have been down there at a different time then. I thought they had really good attention to detail with the way and the effects of everything, the way the vegetation would go and actually everything would burn. The saw would lose its sort of packedness. So all the trees would fall down. You know,
right, okay.
it'd lose its compactness. There
right.
it is.
Okay.
So all the trees fell down and they was going. But yeah, I thought all them bits were really good. Charlize Theron was a bit of a knob in it. Like, see you all later. I'm going.
Well, you got to do what you got to do. I'd do it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
Oh, I mean, should have all gone, shouldn't they? I didn't mind the internal monologue bit. I thought it worked quite well, where we get his story over the top. Weird how no animals survived. I found that strange. I assume most of them have been hunted out to extinction.
They do say that animals will sort of
There's
survive,
plenty of species that would outlive us, mate. Let's be honest. Of all the species, I think we're one of the weakest. Apart from like pandas, probably.
Can they put fires out? Because we can.
I mean, the fires put themselves out.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Fire succession is a well-known natural phenomenon. It'll all be good.
But they ain't got
why smash up the piano? Why smash up the piano?
Why fucking not, mate?
For firewood, he did it.
I can't play
I ain't being funny, mate. Look out your window. There's plenty of firewood. Firewood's the least of our issues at the moment.
Maybe you didn't like it. I'm not a particularly great fan of the piano.
You're not?
No. You? You don't?
I mean, I wouldn't smash it up and burn it for firewood.
What happens if Coldplay were playing it?
I don't mind Coldplay.
No, you're not.
I'm not one of these. I'm not one of these cool people that has to hate Coldplay.
No, I don't like Coldplay.
All right.
I don't like
Millions of people have
if
bought
Chris
their...
Martin was playing the piano, I would smash Chris Martin up first.
But no one likes Coldplay. Everyone says they hate Coldplay. Yet they're one of the biggest selling artists ever in the world ever. So buying it. Sorry, someone's buying it. So,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You.
His death scene was pretty horrific. They got that dead person colour and waxiness on him quite well. Seen too many of them, didn't like it very much because it was quite real. But they did it well. I think it tells a tale, right? It's very grim. If anything, the ending I thought was supposed to be uplifting, but I just thought, yeah, you're all going to be dead soon anyway.
Well, you tell them, mate.
Yeah.
You fucking tell them. Don't let them get above themselves.
Weren't like they got to Utopia and was like, there's the green fields we've been looking for. They was just basically going to die anyway.
Well,
with no future for anyone.
In these films, you get to these places and they're still as shit, and you're still living in your filth and that. You're just living with a wall around you.
Yeah, it's just weren't much hope left there, mate. But it was decent and solid. I got 68 on it.
Okie dokie.
It was done all right. It was done all right.
There we go. Good. What you got for me next week?
Would you help me out on this one, mate? I don't know if I liked it much or not. There's bits I liked. I want to see if you had the same thoughts I did. Got some people in it I really like. I was quite excited about seeing it. It's currently 6.6 on IMDb, rated as an R. 1 hour, 59 minutes, billed as an action crime drama with a synopsis of: we're in Baltimore on New Year's Eve. A talented but troubled police officer is recruited by the FBI's chief investigator to help profile and track down a disturbed individual terrorising the city. Starring Shailene Woodley, Ben Mendelsohn, we like him, and Ralph Ineson, your Yorkshire demon. Gross 2.2 million, mate. 2023's To Catch a Killer.
Okay.
It's much better if you say that in Devon accent.
It's not.
To Catch a Killer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I found it hilarious.
Oh, well, I'll watch that then. Sure.
Yeah, but we like Ben Mendelsohn, don't we?
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Not sure I do I?
Oh, you should do.
No, what was he in?
He was in Startup.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
There might be something else I'm thinking of. Anyway, I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Next week's main.
Yeah.
Sisu. Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you
not next week, so is it?
Oh, next time we're on.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks.
I'm 250, the big special anniversary edition.
Next time we're on.
Yeah.
Doing Sisu.
Yeah.
Sounds good, that.
Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Looking forward to that. So, okay, mate. You about done? Do you want to...
I don't think I'm done, mate. I've had enough fun for the night. I don't think I could take much more.
Mate, do you want to reiterate how people can get hold of us on social media?
Yeah, they can get us on Twitter, which is @movie_drone, or via email on MovieDronePodcast@hotmail.com. That's where you can send all your questions and comments. If you enjoyed this week's question time, don't send any in. I mean, if you found it a complete cluster of...
If you enjoyed
a complete
this
mess,
questions.
If you found it a complete mess, probably put some effort in.
If you enjoyed this week's question time, I suggest you stop listening to this because fucking you seriously have got issues. 100%.
I think the parrot question was up there with the hats, mate, if I'm honest.
What the fuck is that? Kes. Fucking hell. What is that? Anyway, good. That was a highlight. So, mate, do you want to say goodbye then, Mark?
Goodbye then, Mark.
See you later, everybody. Thank you for listening.
Bye. Good news, mate, good news. Freed up some time, haven't we? Only doing this every other week. So I've joined a band. Starting a band again. Calling ourselves Cat's Eyes. We're mostly playing middle of the road stuff.
Please don't go in the band.
I'm not sure what you found funnier. The fact I was going to go back in the band.
I mean, it's not funny. I was genuinely concerned for everyone in Sittingbourne that you might encroach on their wedding or something. Imagine that. Now, fucking hell, he's back. Oh dear.
Right, you ready then, are you? 2 minutes. Starting a timer.
If you're 2 minutes exactly, yeah. Otherwise, it's a failure, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, all right, okay. What's ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Go. That's not really the speed thing that I expected. It's quite methodical.
It's very methodical, mate. It's very methodical.
You're not a Chinese prodigy at it, are you? You'd have had that done by now.
Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic.
I used to be able to get that like that with just one bit.
Did you?
Yeah. I used to get a couple of sides.
Yeah.
But then I lost interest because I wasn't grown up. Okay, you can almost hear the concentration.
Yeah, it's nodding.
Yeah. A bit concern.
Oh, I'll tell you, the pressure.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get it.
No, I don't. If I'm honest, I've gone all fingers and thumbs.
It's going further away from the truth, that one. Oh, you got a side.
Oh, don't panic.
Well done. I used to get a side. I don't agree with the circle in the middle. It doesn't have the right Rubik's Cube feel.
Sorry.
To me.
Stop trying to put me off.
It's not the right cube. She's riveted. She would have just done an hour of this. Might take an hour.
Oh, it's not going. Was it not going? Oh, hang on then. That's not that.
I'll start worrying if I was you.
Yeah.
Because I'm cutting it at 2 minutes. I'm going home. Had enough of this. That was about 6 seconds.
Have I?
Yeah.
Hang on. Nearly there.
No, you're done.
Oh.
Oh, that's fucked it. What an anticlimax.
Hang on, I'm literally right there, mate.
It's a bit of an anticlimax, isn't it? The parrot thing was actually definitely the highlight of the episode.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Can't have been far off.
Stopped it.